Hello everyone, Economic Ninja here. I've got a very serious warning about mortgage rates and what is about to happen in the next few months and how there's very little time to act. But before I tell you about that mini cycle, I need to remind everyone about a handful of videos I did 3 years ago. As inflation started to slowly rise and we received confirmation, I believe it was fall of 2022 or 2023, that inflation was rising at the grocery stores pretty much all over. I did a handful of videos on lumber prices and things like that. And then I did almost a clarion call to people that had mortgages to run out and go and refi your mortgages for a lower rate. And I explained in that video, or the series of videos, that the Federal Reserve was going to start raising rates aggressively after a prolonged period of inflation where the public went, oh my gosh, we need a savior, we need help. And the Fed would go, we're here to help. And so I did this series of videos, and even Jerome Powell said, we're gonna start, getting on top of inflation in about 5 months. And I explained how serious that speech was. Tens of thousands, probably even 100,000 people ran out, refinanced their mortgages at a lower rate, saving them hundreds of dollars a month, if not thousands. And then I showed people how to take that extra money, put it against that home in a specific way, and pay off their mortgages. If you remember those videos, please put them down, put the comments down below. If you paid off your mortgage after I taught you the velocity banking system, please put it down below. Now, there is a very serious time coming over the next 90 to 120 days. And what is happening is there are a lot of people that have watched this channel that have recently bought a house in the last few years. They either thought that the housing was going to keep going up, or they just wanted to buy a house. There's nothing wrong with that. We need to live somewhere, right? As long as your payment is near rent or below it, you're stoked. Here's the problem. When they bought those homes, the rates were higher, and there are a lot of people sitting at over 6% interest rates. You have a very short period of time, I cannot stress that enough, to refinance into a lower rate under 6%. What is about to happen is, first off, mortgage rates are rising because the 10-year bond is rising. The Fed is not having to raise rates right now because the bond market is doing it for them. So it is severely slowing down the mortgage industry and not the mortgage industry, but the real estate industry. And it's going to put a hamper on the nationwide debt activities here pretty soon. What will happen is, as that slowdown continues more and more aggressively slowing down, the economy will turn over. It will roll over. The stock market will start to fall, and then rates will fall with it. But here's the scary point. As the market comes to a slower halt, housing prices will accelerate their fall, and more people will list their homes. There will be more competition to sell homes, which means homes will fall in value at the same time that interest rates are falling. So this is the time to see if you can refinance your home into a lower amount. Now, I met someone, and I'm going to put a link down below to a mortgage calculator that did not know what I did for a living. I'd been hanging out with him. He had no clue, never seen the channel. He runs one of the larger brokerage house firms in the country and is able to negotiate lower rates with the nation's largest, or the second largest, provider out there. And I'm trying to choose my words carefully. There's a link to a calculator. Go and see if you could beat that number. Check that out. And then there's another thing. Only twice a year I ever offer this, and this is the last time this year it's going to be offered, is the Real Estate Master Group, where it's one price, all of my past real estate courses and all future real estate courses, all in one price, including 6 monthly group coaching calls through the end of this year. I'm going to put that link down below. It's only going to be good for a few days. I only do that twice a year. I keep a small group of people that I coach through buying, refinancing, investing in real estate, all of that stuff. It's really cool. But that's the more important warning, is that you have about a few months to refinance if you're higher than 6%, because rates are going to start falling, but they are only going to fall when housing is falling at the same time. And I'm going to explain it better in another video on the Real Estate Ninja channel. I'm going to use some charts and show you that, so keep an eye out for that video. But that's my warning, and that's the one that I put out, similar but opposite reaction on the rates 3 years ago, and thousands and thousands of people listened, and they were blessed. I'm sure they'll be down in the comment section because all of you are so awesome. Have an awesome day. The Economic Ninja is out.